Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I'm gonna make this video quick because this is kind of like a quick story time. I don't have time to really be creative and do whatever. But this is a quick story time of my first crush. And this is not like first crush from like, oh, high school. No, my actual very first crush. I thought this story was really funny and I felt like I should just... Ooh. I feel like I should just, go out and like talk about it. So now before we really get into this is my first crush from like I said, I was in 5th grade. I was 10. First crush ever. Also, I also would like to add that in 5th grade during like elementary school, I don't like people. I did not talk to people. Like I waved to people. I was very like nice and polite to people, but I didn't have friends. Like I had those few people you kind of like sit with at lunch, but I only had those people to just sit at lunch with. Like I didn't talk to them outside of lunch. Like when you saw me outside of lunch, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was really that kid, and I was so used to hanging around dudes, like with my uncles, because like they were around my age. So I was like, you move on. I don't even like you. Move. So this is the year my brother was out of school. It was just me. So like I said, I only talked to him or my little cousins who went to school with me, but I didn't talk to nobody. Like I said hi, but I was really just by myself, big by myself, like big. I was a nerd, a little geek. I love superheroes, and I would just read. You know how like they would assign reading in school? I would do the assigned reading. I was one of those kids. But let's actually get on to the story. But I had to throw that out there just to let you know. So here comes 5th grade. And like around 5th grade, it was like 2009. I wasn't 10, but I was 9. So, and I know 2008, Drake really made his really like debut. Like, light skin, he fine, whatever. Everybody thought Drake was fine. He still is. But moving on. So me being me, you know how like liking people is awkward and weird at that age, like ugh. But then it's also at that age where you're starting to really like people, So then this new kid comes. I'm gonna call him K. He has been the new kid for 3 years. Let me just throw this out. You know how dumb we are as kids. He's been the new kid for 3 years. So even though he's been there for 3 years, we still call him the new kid. It didn't make any sense, but all the girls in our grade, bro, all of them, 4th graders and the 5th graders, they thought he was fine. Like they thought he was big fine because he was he almost had that look of Drake. Like he was light skinned and he had some nice hair. Like they was like, oh, like we got a miniature Drake up in this grade. Really? No, for real. Like somebody was literally just saying that. Like no joke. So he comes. I didn't have a crush on him at all. Like I didn't find him attractive. He was attractive. Whatever. He was. He was. And my hands are purple because of my hair. Don't ask. So, basically, he's in our grade. He cool, whatever. Now, I've only talked to him once or twice. And that's because he would ask me for the answers to assignments. And I'm nice. Like I said, I'm nice, but I don't like people. Like, so yeah, I gave a few answers. I let him borrow a pencil or two. I got my pencils back, though. I don't play about my pencils. Especially not my Nemo pencils. I had Nemo pencils. Whatever. But, like, that's the only time we'd ever, like, talk. But seriously, all the girls would swoon over him and whatever. It was just crazy. Now, 5th grade, like, halfway over, we had a field trip to Discovery World. Now, if you're not from Wisconsin and you don't know what Discovery World is, it's basically, like, a little marine area for little kids. Like, just to go on a field trip. They don't have a lot of animals, like marine animals. Like they do, but they don't. It's not a lot. But you get to go and you get to look at how boats are made and how things are made. It's great. It's like amazing. It's a really cool place to go to. Even though I went in like 5th grade, I still remember it as being cool. So I recommend going when you come to Wisconsin. But we had to take a field trip to Discovery World. I remember my teacher, Miss Williams. Like I loved her. So we're at Discovery World on a field trip. I literally sat by the teacher. Let's just throw that out. I was that kid. Like I said, I sat by the teacher. I didn't like nobody. Sat by the teacher. So we get there. I'm pretty much by myself, but I'm by those people that I eat with at lunch. They other friend didn't come. So, replacement, me. So here we are at Discovery World, and we get on this little boat. Now, there's a boat that they have outside, actually in the water. You're able to actually get on the boat. It doesn't like sail or anything, but it's propped there. There's an upper deck, and then there's a lower deck. I'm on the lower deck because I ain't going up there. I can't swim. I'm gonna stay down here where I can easily escape. I'm not doing all that. I was really that kid. No joke. So I remember he was up on the higher part of the boat. And I'm sitting there with my friend, like, she's like, oh, like, you want to go up? I said, At this point, like, all the kids were going up, you know, going up to the higher deck. I'm sitting there like, I'm not moving. Sorry, but I'm staying down here. And they were laughing and, like, joking around, saying, like, oh, she's scared. She's scared. Of who? Like, I was mean. I was just like, nah. I was mean, but I was nice. Like, I don't like when people talk about me or bring me up. Like, it's just, that's my thing. And so he saw me, he started laughing, and he just pointed at me, and this is what he did, bro. Look, he pointed at me and put his hand out like this and was like, you want me to walk up with you? My young self, why you want to do that? I'm like, he's trying to prank me. Bro really trying to get at me. He really trying to prank me. I said, no, I'm okay. No, thank you. I have manners, but I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, this nigga really tried it. So I'm going to get his ass later. So we all get off the boat and we go inside the Discovery World area. So we're in the area where it's like different inventions are there. So there's like a little hamster wheel in the middle that you can run, and it's really cool. And there's actually a boat inside of this area too. So it's a miniature boat, and you can go down, and they have wax people inside the little clear window, and it has like a little reading thing on it. It's really cool. So I'm sitting down there. Everybody else on the momentum wheel. I don't got time for that. I was a fat kid. Who finna run? Not me. So I'm in the boat, and I'm like, boat on the inside. So I'm in there reading the diagrams that they had about the boat, because, like, you know, I thought it was really interesting. And so then I hear somebody climbing down, and I get real scared, like big scared. I'm like, oh shoot, like they gonna realize I'm gone. We're not supposed to be away from the group. We're all supposed to be together, and I don't want them to realize I was like not there. So I was kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do? And there's no place to hide in there, so I just kind of stood there. I was like, dang. So he ends up coming inside there, and he's like, what you doing in here? Like, minding my own business. And he was like, oh, like, I wanted to know, like, do you have a problem with me, or do you not like me or something? Did I do something? I'm not used to stuff like that. So, like, I'm not used to people going up to me asking me, like, is there something wrong? I said, no. I just don't want to go on top of the deck. And I knew that's what he was referring to, because I really rejected him. Like, I was like, nah. Move, like, I'm good, you know, like, I really rejected him, like, no, I'm not going up there with you. And I said, no, I just don't, I'm scared of heights. I don't do water. I don't do top stuff. I don't like that. And he was nice, and he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And he gave me a peppermint, a little peppermint candy. I remember this because it was good peppermint. I thought it was a regular nasty, like, peppermint minty. No, it was sweet. It had flavor, okay? It was candy, big candy. So he gave me this peppermint, and after that, I was like, okay, like, I like him. Like, literally, it flickered. Like, I'm like, okay, we like him. He gave me some candy, bro. And, you know, being a fat kid when I was younger, like, I was like, hey, bro, like, candy, food, okay, we cool. Big cool. Nothing else. Then from that point, I liked him. So this is going through the day of Discovery World. We weren't even like fully engulfed in the day. We weren't fully invested in the day. Like, this was just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the day goes on. I'm doing everything I can to get next to this boy, right? I'm literally like moving past people. I'd be like, sorry. Moving in front of people, skipping people. My friends who I sit with at lunch, who was like, oh, nah, I ain't sit with them. I sat with him. But he's like the cutest dude in our grade. So it was kind of like, it was hard for me to actually sit next to him. Like, hold up. Let me get my glasses. I'm not gonna be. But like, it was so hard to sit next to him. Every girl was like, okay, I'll sit with you. He didn't even ask you. He didn't ask me either. But he gave me some candy. So he really, like, he knew girls liked him. Here's one of the things I'm going to add. He knew girls liked him. Big knew. Like, big knew. Like, you know those little cocky kids that just know, like, girls really just be, you know what I'm saying? We all have those. Almost like the popular kids in high school. They knew people liked them. But he wasn't cocky about it. He was annoyed about it. Like, he'll be sitting next to his friend, and a girl come by and just, hey, what your thirsty self doing? First of all, we 10. Why are you trying to be all up in his face? I should say that to myself, because I was really, after that, I was like, but, moving on. So, basically, I'm literally trying to go sit next to him. Like, I'm really just like, hey, like, you know. Luckily, I'm friends with his friend. Well, I wasn't really friends with him, but I've given him answers to stuff. The smart girls, we do it right, period. But I was giving him answers to stuff. I was literally, like, throwing him answers. Like, I would give him answers to quizzes and stuff just because, like, whatever. We are trying to succeed. Why not? And so I was like, oh, like, can I sit by y'all? He said, yeah. Already in. I infiltrated the system. And that's period. And I was 10. I need to stop with this side commentary. But basically, I got to sit with them the whole time. And now, during this time, it was almost like a lecture, like you would call a lecture now in, like, college. You know how you would sit there and, like, the person be talking the whole time? That's basically how it was, but it was kind of fun because, like, me, I was a dork. So my dork self was like, oh, my God, it's so cool. And he was just, Kay was just sitting there looking at me like, are you actually, like, enjoying this? Yeah. And this is what ruined my crush. Because like I said, I had a crush on him. This is what really ruined it. Was when he was just like, are you a nerd? Little nigga gonna ask me if I'm a nerd. So now, today, I call myself a nerd. But back in the day, don't you ever call me a nerd. Like, the reason why I got so offended was because growing up, like I said, I was surrounded by boys. And, like, I would watch Naruto, Sonic. What would I do? I don't even remember watching Sonic, but I remember watching Sonic with my aunts and uncles. I played video games. Sims was my game. Marvel, DC, everything. Like, when I was younger, like, that was my everything. So, when he called me a nerd, I was really finna throw hands. Like, I looked at him and I'm like, what did you just call me? He said, a nerd. But he didn't mean it in a rude way, but, well. So I'm like, first of all, don't call me that. And I was like, I remember just really going off. I'm like, do not call me that. You don't know me. Move. I literally got up and walked and sat somewhere else. So it didn't ruin my crush, but it kind of like just set me a rift back. And no one's ever seen me get mad. Like, they see me being like, no, I'm not finna do this. But no one's ever seen me get angry. Like, I was so angry, y'all. Like, I was like, no, fuck him and his candy. Like, I was big mad. So, Discovery World over. We all take a group picture at the end. I'm standing by the teacher. Again. We all take a group picture at the end. We go back to school. A few come passing weeks. Now, here's graduation day. Let me tell you why I was mad already on graduation from 5th grade day, right? You all know, like, you get the little person who's smartest in the class, go up and read and talk, whatever. And you get, for our school, we have the 2 girls sing the national anthem. First of all, I'm mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad. I sung better than both of those girls, and they was still put... When I tell you I was up here, bro, like, I was so mad. These girls were trash. One of the girls, I really want to punch her dead in her face because, now I said, like, the Discovery World trip was in the middle of the school year. This is towards the end. When I tell you so much stuff had happened towards the end of the school year, so much stuff. Me and this girl really almost fought. Like, one of the girls who was singing, like, I'm tall. Y'all know I'm tall. Me and her were the tallest girls in the grade. Period. I didn't find that, like, a big deal. But she, you know, like, when you're a black kid, MPS system, you taller, a lot of black kids are competitive with each other. And will just fight for no reason. Girl was like, I'ma fight you after school. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's cute. That's big cute. Now, during this time, I was also on the basketball team. So I'm like, she ain't finna do nothing to me. So after school happens, she don't lay not one hand on me. I whooped this girl tail. Obviously, we didn't get in trouble this after school, and we had boundaries and we had rules. We didn't snitch. But moving on. End of the school year, they singing. They can't sing. Only one of them could sing. Let me be nice. Only one of them. The other girl who was trying to start stuff with me couldn't sing. She trash. Period. Moving on. The girl who spoke up was one of the girls who I used to sit there and eat lunch with. Which, I was kind of triggered, but whatever. She ain't even that smart. That's literally my mindset. Like, she wasn't even that smart. I don't know why she like the top of the class, but whatever, moving on. Now, graduation comes. Everybody's there. My dad's there. My grandparents there. My mom there. My other grandparents there. My cousins there. You know, big celebration. Big family. Big. We all up in there. Pulled up. I end up seeing Kay. Like, I'm going in the hallway to go grab my stuff because we have to put our stuff in the back classroom. We just grab it and come back and meet our families and stuff. And so I go back there. And then he told me, he wrote it on a little note. You know how we were kids. He wrote on a note that he had liked me but didn't want to say anything. He thought that I hated him or something. You don't tell me now? How he gonna, bro, how this Negro gonna tell me the last day of 5th grade? The last day, not even the last day, like, boy, we going into middle school. Knock that off. Me, myself, I was like, dang, well, that's kind of, I'm rude. But, happened. But, yeah, that was my first crush story. I had never seen him again. Even, like, now when I look up, because I remember his first and last name. Because I always remember the first and last names of my crushes. Weird. Even when I look him up now, I cannot find him. Like, I actually think he dropped off the face of the earth. For real. Big for real. And if anyone was in my 5th grade class, you know who I'm talking about. They know what dude I'm talking about. Like, this is actually, like, he's actually one of those people. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I promise I'm going to get back on uploading. I promise. And bye.
This is #1 champion sound. Yeah, Estelle, we about to get down.